it's going to be very similar to what we just did, 6-5. The only difference is now you see a systems, all right, which means 2, right? Systems of equations we talked about. We had 2 equations, and we checked to see where they crossed, right? Okay, now we're going to be doing systems of inequalities, okay, inequalities. So it's the same concept. We're still going to be graphing both of them. We're going to put them on the same grid. We're still going to be shading. We're still going to be doing dotted and solid and all of those things, okay? All right, so when we're going to start, we're going to go ahead and start on number 2. So find number 2 here. And I am going to color code mine so that I can see really well where they overlap. If you're at your desk and you have a hard copy, you might want to have 2 colors out, like a pen and a pencil or something, okay? If not, that's fine. But I will let you use colors on your test too as well, all right? So if that helps you to see it. The only problem you have is if you use markers and whatnot, if you mess it up, it's a little rough, okay? So just be cautious of that. All right, so the first one I'm going to do, I'm going to make this guy blue. Okay, so now, where are we going to start at here? Hannah, how do we start graphing this?
You're going to start with starting on the 2, also 2 on the y-axis.
Good, and then how do you do a slope of -2?
You go up 2 and go left 1.
That would work, okay, so up 2, left 1, okay? We've talked about go -2 means down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1. It's the same thing, okay? All right, Anthony, solid or dotted line here?
Dotted.
Good, so let's put a dotted line in there. Arrows on the end. All right, Anthony, y is greater. Where do we shade?
Let's see. Do you go
The options are up or down?
up?
Up. Very good, okay? So greater goes up. Shade on the upside. Okay, and you need to shade that whole side of that graph. I'm going to do the next one in green. I don't care what color you pick. Okay? All right, Toby, how do we start graphing this one?
Start at the 1.
Very
Up
good.
1.
And then what's your slope?
Up 1 over 1.
Very good. Jillian, is this going to be solid or dotted line?
Solid.
Okay, good. So we're going to make a solid line. Okay, arrows on the end. Okay. And which way are we going to shade, Jillian?
Down.
Go down. Good. Less than means down. So we're going to go on the down side. Okay, and you're going to shade everything on that side of the green line. Everything on that side of, or whatever color you're using. Okay. All right, so now when we're looking at this, we have one place where they overlap. Okay, so if I'm looking up here at this grid, so this kind of grayish, blue-green area, whatever we'll call this, is where they're overlapping. Okay, this is where your answers are at. It's not in the blue area, it's not in the green area, and it's not in the white area. What we're looking for is where do the colors overlap. So everything in this area is going to be a solution. Okay, now same rules apply. If I put a dot, so if I put a dot real quick, like right here on this line, is that a solution?
Yes.
Yeah, it's on the solid line, right? So that's a solution. What if I put a dot right here on the blue line?
No.
No, because it's on the dotted line, right? So that doesn't work. But what about a guy in this area?
Yeah.
Yes. What about a guy in the blue area?
No.
No. What about green?
No.
No. What about white?
No.
No. Okay, so do you guys see? So answers are shaded, where they double up, or if you have a solid line. Okay? So now, on your picture, if I cannot tell that this area is nice and dark, you make sure that you darken it in a little bit. I have to be able to tell what your final answer is. If it's not nice and dark or overlapping where I can tell, you will not get credit. Okay? So you have to show me this is my final solution right here. And you're going to make that area nice and dark so we know that that's what you want. Okay? All right, does anybody have any questions there on that? Okay. Let's drop down. We're going to look at number 6 together. So drop down and look at number 6. All right, top one I'm going to make blue. All right, what are we going to have to do on this guy before we can graph? Jonlyn?
Minus 5x.
Good, we're solving for y, right? Got to solve for y, so we always move our x first. So subtract the 5x over. So we have negative 2y less than negative 5x plus 6. Okay, Dawn, what will we do next?
Me?
Mhm.
Divide by negative.
Good. Anything special need to happen there?
Sign is a flip.
Very good. So sign flips when you divide by a negative. 5 halves x, negative by negative will become a positive, and then minus 3. Okay. All right, Kennedy, how do we graph this? Where do we start at?
Negative 3 on the y.
Good, so start at negative 3, and then what are you going to do?
Up 5 over 2.
Good. About 5 over 2. Okay. And Janie, is that going to be solid or dotted?
Dotted.
Okay, good. Dotted line. Okay. And Janie, are we shading up or down here?
Up.
Very good. Greater than, we shade on the upside. Nice and light shading, so do 2 lights and then you'll have a nice dark area. So nice and light there. Alright, so we're gonna do the next one. Okay, Maija, how do we start graphing the yellow line there?
Start at positive 1.
Good, start at positive 1, then what are you gonna do?
Then you go up 1 and to the left. Since it's negative.
Yeah, that'd be fine. Up and to the left or down to the right, right, down to the right. Okay, Cyan, solid or dotted?
So, dotted.
Good, dotted line, so let's make a dotted line there. Okay, and then shading, Zion, where's that gonna go?
Down.
If it says greater,
Up.
good, go up. Alright. Alright, so now my final area, my final answer is going to be this guy right here, right? Right where they overlap, that green area. And I'm gonna make it nice and dark so you understand that is my solution, okay? Alright, so far, does anybody have any questions for me? No? Yes, sir.
What if they don't overlap?
We're gonna talk about that, okay? Anybody else? Alright, I want you to take a second and you will try number 5 on your own. Go ahead and try number 5 on your own.